loves me, he loves me not. A question many ponder when caught in the dilemma of unrequited love. While Valentine's Day often shines a spotlight on romantic love, it's important to remember the love that appears in many forms every day. It's in the support of our parents, the laughter shared with friends, and the compassion we offer to one another. As we celebrate the romantic bonds that warm our hearts today, let's also take a moment to appreciate the enduring love that surrounds us. Love isn't confined to one person or one day. It's a powerful force that shapes us, connects us, and nurtures us in all that we do. This Valentine's Day, our aim is to reflect this broader love through the pages of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Audrey Williams, and I hope today's edition brings you all the warmth and joy this special day offers. We'll be right back after the news.
Jamaica's population is aging rapidly. Over 350,000, or 13.2% of Jamaicans, are senior citizens. These individuals deserve our care and respect. Very often, our senior citizens are neglected, disregarded, and disrespected. It's time to act. A special select committee of the Senate is reviewing a motion proposing the creation of an Elderly Care and Protection Act to better safeguard the rights and dignity of our senior citizens. We invite you to share your suggestions and recommendations about what should be included in this act. Send your submission in writing to Clerk to the Houses, Gordon House, 81 Duke Street, Kingston, or email clark@japarliament.gov.jm. The deadline for submissions is February 15, 2025. Let's work together to protect and create a more inclusive and supportive Jamaica for our senior citizens.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, February 14, 2025. Jamaica's national budget continues firmly in the trillion-dollar range, with the government proposing to spend approximately $1.26 trillion to manage the affairs of the country in the 2025-2026 fiscal year. Making history as the first woman to do so, Minister of Finance and the Public Service Favour Williams tabled the estimates of expenditure in the House of Representatives yesterday. It outlines recurrent expenditure of $1.197 trillion and capital spending of $62.59 billion.
Jamaica's national budget continues firmly in the trillion-dollar range, having crossed that threshold for the first time in fiscal year 2022-23 with a revised budget of about $1 trillion. Total expenditure and payments for the upcoming fiscal year are projected at $1.3 trillion.
With expenditure just minimally less than in 2024, Minister Williams asserts that the budget reflects the strength of the Jamaican economy, which was able to withstand the effects of Hurricane Beryl and other weather events that caused major losses to agriculture, among other sectors.
The Jamaican economy did not become resilient overnight or just by itself on its own. The Jamaican economy has become resilient as a result of the people and the sound policies of this Andrew Holness-led government. These sound policies, Madam Speaker, are the building blocks of this resilient foundation that this government continues to lay as we pivot to higher and more inclusive GDP growth and the nation we envision.
The Standing Finance Committee is scheduled to meet from March 6 to 7 at Gordon House to review the estimates. The Finance Minister will give details on the allocations contained in the estimates of expenditure and how these will be funded when she opens the budget debate on March 11. During this fiscal year, 6 new hotels totaling 5,600 rooms and 1,000 hotel workers housing will commence construction. This was outlined yesterday by the Custos of Kingston, Stedman Fuller, as he deputized for Governor General Sir Patrick Allen in delivering the throne speech for fiscal year 2025-2026.
When completed, this will bring foreign direct investment of US $2.5 billion and 10,000 new jobs.
As the sector moves closer to the goal of 5 million visitors and $5 billion in earnings by 2025, the Deputy Governor General says the government will continue to build on the resilience, innovation, and growth witnessed in 2024.
It overcame challenges, including travel advisories and severe weather, to welcome 4.1 million visitors, generating US $4.3 billion in revenue. Tourism investments continue to show strong growth.
Phase 2 of the Jamaica Entertainers and Creatives Insurance Plan is on track to be launched before the end of this fiscal year.
A group health insurance policy covering 4,000 members of the entertainment registry, free of charge, will be launched by March 2025.
This is expected to cover hospitalization, surgery, maternity care, major medical treatments, and overseas emergency and non-emergency medical care. It follows the launch of Phase 1 of the Group Life and Health Insurance Plan in November of last year, providing up to $500,000 in life and accident insurance for registered creatives. The insurance plan, worth $55 million, is being offered by the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport and Guardian Life Insurance Company. Deputy Governor General Stedman Fuller also outlined the Culture Ministry's legislative reform agenda for the 2025-2026 fiscal year as he delivered the throne speech yesterday. These include amendments to the Jamaica National Heritage Trust Act to strengthen heritage protection and revision of the Legal Deposit Act to ensure publishers deposit literature, audiovisuals, and other works to the National Library of Jamaica. The Cinematograph Act, which became operational in 1913 and was last amended in 1969, will also be reviewed to ensure compatibility with changes in the film industry.
A key element of the review will be the restructuring and redefinition of the function of the Cinematograph Authority to make it more relevant to secure economic advancement in the area of film production.
3 new members have been sworn into the upper house. Senators Dr. Elon Thompson, Marlon Morgan, and Delano Siverite took the oath of allegiance during a brief sitting of the Senate that followed yesterday's presentation of the 2025-2026 throne speech. Senator Morgan expressed gratitude at his appointment and a commitment to ensuring his contributions are to the benefit of Jamaicans.
The Senate, as persons will appreciate, is the review chamber, and it is my endeavor, Mr. President, to bring copious degrees of sobriety and perspicacity in examining matters here before us, and of course ensuring that when all is said and done, whatever it is that we attend upon, whatever it is that we engage in, inures to the benefit of the people of Jamaica.
Senator Siverite emphasized the importance of continued collaboration between members of both political parties.
The spirit of collaboration with the government and opposition is something I've always encouraged. I want to ensure that we continue that.
And Senator Thompson, who is a medical doctor, says that while his expertise lies in health, he's also keen on contributing to policies on youth and education.
I hope that we can work together in this honorable house for the benefit of Jamaicans, and I won't take this opportunity for granted.
The 3 new senators were recommended for appointment by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness following the resignations of Senators Matthew Samuda, Delroy Williams, and Ransford Braham. A vacancy remains on the government side following the recent resignation of Don Webby. And finally, persons looking to take advantage of the TAJ's Special Arrears Settlement Program, SASP, now have access to flexible payment arrangements to clear their outstanding taxes. The program provides relief by waiving interest, penalties, and surcharges for taxpayers who settle their principal balances by March 31, 2025. Deputy Commissioner General of Operations at Tax Administration Jamaica, Dave Jeffrey, is encouraging taxpayers to reach out to the agency to explore available payment options. Individuals may make multiple payments over time, provided all payments are completed by March 31, 2025.
You could pay a portion of this amount, and what you'll get is the associated relief, a percentage. So you don't have to pay all if you can't, although we would prefer you to pay the entire principal portion.
Mr. Jeffrey was addressing a recent JIS think tank. The SASP applies to education, corporate income, individual income, asset and partnership income, general consumption, and special consumption tax. A formal arrangement with the TAJ is not required to make outstanding payments and benefit from the waiver. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Today, we can report 2 consecutive years of reduction in major crimes and murders, with a significant reduction of almost 20% in murders for 2024.
Between January 2022 and January 2025, we have reduced murders by 51%. And January 2025 had the lowest monthly murder count since September 2014.
Our efforts have also resulted in the reduction of active gangs by 50%. We continue to increase firearm seizures, and in more communities, we are experiencing less violence. We will realize our vision of Jamaica as the place of choice to live, work, do business, raise families, and retire in peace and prosperity.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Thank you for staying with us. The unconditional love of parents has the power to help you see yourself as a gift, even in an unkind world. In our next feature, we'll highlight the steps parents can take to support their children through the challenges of bullying.
Bullying is driven by a desire to intimidate, and although it is wrong in any context, it remains a pervasive issue. So, what can you do as a parent? First, understand that you cannot control the actions of others, particularly within a school setting. What you can do is prepare children for the unexpected and equip yourself with the tools to support them if they become victims of bullying. Mr. David Samuels, who faced this challenge firsthand, shares his journey of supporting a child through bullying. If your children come to you and say they are being bullied, let them share their experience without judgment. It's important to acknowledge their emotions and reassure them that they are not alone.
When he was about 5 years old, and he spoke about the fact of what other student was saying about him, and I guess he felt the impact of what they were saying. So he came home to share what was happening to him.
No matter what you hear, stay composed and remind your child that bullying does not define who they are.
My first reaction, from my understanding in terms of how the world is, that there are good people, there are bad people, people have their own weaknesses, including children have their own weaknesses, and some of these things are played out within the context of a school setting. So I didn't get hysterical, but to assure him of who he was and is, and that people may say something, but he doesn't have to take it personal, right? Because there's provision for him in terms of his home setting.
Create an environment where they can openly talk about school, their emotions, and what they are going through.
Because he's weaker on his right side, right? And so he tends not to use the hand very much. And so they'll pass remarks like, like one-handed or, kind of thing. And so, when he comes home and, share things like that, we assured him that he's special.
Help your child understand that bullying may stem from others' insecurities or weaknesses. Encourage them to rise above negativity.
What happened is that sometimes when they see him, they do not understand his talents and potential. Right? And then when they see how well he does things, then they, get jealous or, pass remarks about that. So on both sides, he gets it. When he's like at school, he can sometimes get very quiet, and things that he could do, he probably don't do it because, of course, he doesn't sometimes know how people would react or the other students would react.
If bullying persists, speak to school officials and, if necessary, explore options like changing schools.
No, we have moved him a couple of times because we found out that one or two of the schools, it wasn't working out because I don't know if there's, and I don't think he was the only person, but there were others in both schools. They never cater for that kind of thing to help the students that are being looked down on or are being bullied, so to speak. The moment we did that, he did better, especially now where he is at.
Focus on your child's strengths, talents, and passions.
I think the role of the parents is very important. And I'm not putting down counselors because you have to remember that that child spends most of the time with you, and in these early years of their life, they're with you. And so you have to position yourself to encourage, to affirm, to highlight the child's giftings and talents, what they bring to the table. Highlight the good things about them and not the negative things.
By following these steps, listening, staying calm, creating a space for open communication, teaching resilience, getting involved and promoting confidence, you can help your child navigate the challenges of bullying. Remember, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can.
Love might just be a four-letter word, but it means a lot to persons who handle it with care. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy and it does not boast. Love is caring. Love is sharing. Love is something that makes you feel happy. Love is both a feeling and an emotion. I might not love you as I should, but I love you more than any other human could.
We've all read about the timeless romance between Romeo and Juliet and the intense love they shared. While we may not live in that era, the essence of love remains just as powerful today. Our next feature will highlight the different ways men express their love, showing that love in all its forms continues to thrive and evolve in the modern world.
Love is a spiritual experience for me. It's easy to say God is love, but it goes beyond that.
And along with that, we have to understand that love has various levels of intensity, having to do with one being more caring, affectionate.
And you feel like the person is your partner going forward in life, and your partner in everything, not just in life, but your career and everything, and somebody who can understand you.
But not just that, but love comes down to how we display or show these emotions, which also means that love is an action word.
It's a sacrifice, but don't just take my word for it.
Whenever you use love, you have to use care. If you love something, destroy it, you care for it, you understand? Just like how you love your children,
I'd say you have to be patient, understanding, and just learning how to give and take and not be one-sided, because it's two different people coming together.
Taking the time to learn about your significant other is beneficial as well, especially if you want to understand someone in love.
Yes, I actually have been in love once within my life, and I must say that it was a very intense feeling of euphoria and happiness, and honestly, it's something that I would enjoy doing again when the time comes.
At 14 years old, met this girl. She was wonderful. Felt the butterflies, and so, from there, we hit it off.
The person who I had my first child with, so we spent some time together, lived together. That was the first person I actually lived with.
Person meant a lot to me in terms of I had a lot of emotional bond with that person. Been with that person for quite some time before we broke up, 11 years to be precise. So it was really love that was there, but we were young.
After a while I realized that it was probably infatuation.
Puppy love or deep affection, the moment can be unforgettable.
I remember this as if it was yesterday. She came from Trelawney back to Spanish Town, and I saw this girl coming through church because I grew up in a church. And she came through the doors and I just saw this girl. I thought it was the Lord sending her for me being my wife.
It was the first day I moved into my home and she was my next door neighbor. And I saw her, across the gate, and I was like, this is a very beautiful young woman.
Very beautiful specimen. The eyes of that female was something else. She had these little hazelnut eyes. Most beautiful eyes I would have ever seen. She was as elegant and as pure as ruby.
And then I found out she was talking to one of my friends. And just like, we just know about that.
According to one study, people fall in love at least 3 times in their lives. And each of these relationships serve a different purpose.
Every time I've ever gone out wanting to find a good woman to be with before I got married, I always wanted it to be forever. So I think that's a big difference. A lot of guys just, sex or whatever else they want. And I like friendships that turn into love.
Be friends first. Make good decisions. And love unwaveringly and sincerely. For what we need more than anything else is love. Because love is that gift that once you give it away, it comes right back to you.
One thing is for certain, we all have a deep love for music. This Reggae Month, we've put together a selection of songs that not only set the mood for love, but also take you on a nostalgic journey, bringing back memories of moments you've cherished and loved.
I have a sad story to tell you. It might hurt your feelings a bit. Last night as I walk in my bathroom, I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always be clean. I think I'll break up with my daughter. Her antiques are queer, I'll admit. cream. Be nice and clean. Share every day and you'll always be clean. Now every country say them have nice woman, but some not so nice, you must understand. Well, Jamaican woman a sugar and salt, and I man we tell you about them all. Jamaican woman a sugar and salt, some of them are general and we make you bad. Jamaican woman a sugar and salt, some of them are general and we make you bad. St. Andrew woman no make them fun, leave them alone and them will make you run. St. Thomas woman is very kind, as you with your eye them broke a line. Portland woman can sport for true, treat them good and them will die for you. Jamaican woman a sugar and salt, some of them are general and we make you bad. Jamaican woman a sugar and salt, some of them are general and we make you bad. St. Mary woman them nice alright, but them love them man and them quick for fight. St. Anna woman them have a good ways, but if you trouble them and them will give you 9 years. Trelawney woman is a serious lot, and when you need a friend them always one spot. Jamaican woman a sugar and salt, some of them are general and we make you bad. Jamaican woman a sugar and salt, some of them are general and we make you bad. Now this one is for all the ladies. Somewhere in my life I must have done something to earn some love. Today I'm asking for my lady, today I'm asking for my baby. Please, I'm asking for love. Somewhere in my youth I must have done something to earn some love. Now I'm also cold and lonely, I need someone to love and hold me. Please, I'm asking for love. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Lots of things I wish would go my way, but love is what I really need today. Somewhere in the past I must have earned some blessings that could last. Keep me letting tears like showers, keep me shedding tears like showers. Please, I'm asking for love. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Ready? All the flag in the air like so. All the flags in the air like so. Let me see the flag. Let me see it. Hey. This one you got. Say all night party. All night party. All night party. All night party. Everybody say hoo ha, hoo ha, hoo ha, hoo ha. This is an all night party. Everybody jumping. All night party. Everybody ramping. All night party. Everybody skanking. All night party. Go.
We've reached the end of our program. Get a recap of everything you saw here and more on our website, jis.gov.jm. I'm Audrey Williams. One love.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.